So day 3 of my trip to Norway, and things are beginning to look a bit better. I'm going to be doing another flight today, and not only will that mean more time with the instructor, more time to get to know the 206 and the area, but also we're going to be scouting a location where I might be able to come and bring the kids, which is going to be a cabin with a dock. Now, after yesterday's Czech ride, when I had that slightly disconcerting landing, crosswind landing, I'm feeling much more confident today and much more aware, more familiar with the surroundings. So in this footage, I've got video footage, which I think 2 quite cool angles, but there's no cockpit audio because the instructor didn't want to be in or on videos, which is fine. The really cool thing about this flight is one of my favorite things about flying seaplanes, which is that I was flying to a location that I had never been before, and I'd seen the aerial photograph, so I had an idea of the layout of the lake where we were landing and where we needed to dock. But until I got there, I wouldn't know what the water conditions were, I wouldn't know what the wind conditions were, I wouldn't know whether there's space on the dock or not. And so that's what's really exciting about seaplane flying. You get to your intended destination and you've got to survey it from the air, figure out what the water's doing, what the wind is doing, are there any power lines, are there any obstacles, how you're going to get to where you're taxiing, how you're going to dock. As you'll see from the clip at the end of this flight, I was pretty happy. Hopefully a better day today. Bjorn is waiting outside for me, and we're going to fly the plane, seaplane, this 206, and check out a new possible place to bring the family in a week's time, 2 weeks' time. Nothing like a precise fuel calculation.
Yeah.
It's 11.5 now.
We can taxi this way, and yeah, because it's better to take off in this area than this area.
I see.
We have this small boat with passing there. We don't need to bother them any more than necessary. All this bay here, and think that it's family all over this thing.
Yeah, okay. The area we were docking on this lake was tucked in a very small cove in the far south corner of the lake. Because of the rising high terrain, it meant that landing too close to it wasn't possible because there was no go around because of the high rising terrain. So we had to land out in the lake to allow plenty of space for a go around, which is why I was flying along so low across the water for such a long time. We didn't want to land too soon because then we would have had far too far to go idle taxi. And as it was, when we did finally touch down, we still had quite a long way to go on the step, as it's called, so keeping the engine power up enough to keep us skiing along the top of the water and get round that island and finally into the little cove where we were docking. So we're docking into wind, which is good.
Yeah, I think so.
So if it's this dock, my side or your side? Your side.
No, it's my side then.
He's got a rope,
because of the wind.
Oh, he's fishing.
Oh, then it's not him.
That guy on the dock is fishing.
It's another guy.
There are lots of guys fishing there, so.
And that is helping.
Do you have the rudder?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I just landed that there and docked it, and I'm pretty happy. Delivering plants. Not messing around with their log. It's a whole old tractor that exists only to power this log chopper and power takeoff. No messing. We want lots of logs. So for the seaplane pilots among you watching this, this is the first time I've flown an aircraft with Aerocet floats. And wow, what an amazing and noticeable difference there is. We haven't had to pump them out yet because they don't leak. Being composite, they don't have any problems with corrosion from salt water, or these are both freshwater flights. And they just seem to glide on the water better and get off the water better. Maybe that's just in my head, but that's how it feels. And the 206 as a whole, I'm really beginning to get to know and really love this plane. Really solid, really stable. This aircraft has got VGs, vortex generators on the leading edge of the wings, and it's got extended wingtips. So it's got incredible slow flight ability for such a big and heavy plane. But the fact that it is bigger and heavier means that it is much more stable to fly. Really solid, really real chunk of machinery with some weight behind it that actually feels really nice to control. We've arrived at this place for me to go and look at cabins and stuff, potential place to stay with the kids. But actually all I'm thinking about is flying it back again. So that's on the next episode. I'll see you there. Bye.